Oof. Okay. One of the things that's always what got me interested in wind turbines, outside of just a pure mechanical fascination with machines in general, is I like using what I've got and trying to make something out of it. And that led me down this path. And it's something that my wife and we both want to do more of in our lives. And one of the things that we're going to be doing is using more of our land. We've got all this dirt around us, all the way back there to that fence, that we don't really use for anything. We just look at it. We use it for mowing. That's what we do. We mow it. So, the missus has said it is time. So, it's time. We're going to start by prepping a small area right over here. We're going to turn it into our first little garden. And what we're hoping to do is alleviate how much we have to go to the store for, greens and veggies and stuff like that. We hope to expand upon it exponentially as time goes on, and this is just gonna document our beginning. So here we go. Okay, I had a bunch more videos of this stuff all going together and getting these things filled up and planting seeds, and it was just so boring. So we cut most of that out. We're gonna just get straight to the point. We got them all filled up, and we actually expanded a little bit. Those tires over there are full of stuff, and we got a little string over here. Right now, these are all carrots. And then in the tires back there, cucumbers. And if I could figure out how to grow a ranch dip plant, I think that we got a solid party appetizer going between this bed and those tires. All of our little carrots seem to be doing pretty good, the ones that popped up. We still have some that are popping up a little late, but doing all right. We do have some beans growing along the front, and it seems like every time they start doing really well, the wind comes along and just strips them. I'm gonna have to come up with something to maybe help protect them from so much wind. And then this flower bed grows the nicest, softest grass on our property. And then this one's all salad and weeds. And I don't really know what each of these things are. Some kind of lettuce, some kind of chard. I think that this is some kind of arugula. It's all salad to me. And these, I think that these two are salad, and I think that those two are weeds. And I think that that one is a salad. I think that that one's the same as this. But we're gonna let them grow a little bit bigger and confirm. I mean, now that I'm pretty sure that that one's a weed. I think that's a weed. It's a weed. That one's a salad, I know. And then we're confused about these because they popped up where we planted salad, but I don't think that those really look like the pictures we expected. Or they're not the pictures that I expected. They might be weeds. We'll find out. We'll find out. And this one, we don't have anything planted over there except for the weeds that are starting to pop up. Man, the weeds grow. Guess that happens whenever you get all your dirt out of the field behind your house. These are beans, same as what we got going on over there. And this one's just really started getting going, and then that one's starting to pop up, and then that one's just barely crowning, and there should be one more right down the way that'll pop up here in just any minute now, I'm sure. So we've gotten to where we go through a lot of green beans, so I'm looking forward to those. These are all cucumbers, and the other day they were just, you know, right in the tops of these tires. And that last video that I posted, or I guess the video that I posted the other day of that little 400 watt turbine and the 50-mile-an-hour winds, while I was over there filming that, the wind was just beating these things half to death. All the stems on all of these were completely bent flat over. I had to pile up some dirt to kind of help support them, and this one's recovered. You can still see it's got a little bit of a bend, but it's more rigid now. I think that one's going to be okay. The stem on this one was one of the worst, but the leaves look pretty good. This one and then the one in the very end, they had the biggest leaves, so it was just like sails just trying to pull the plant out of the ground. You still see a little bit of a bend in the stem, but the leaves are perky, so I think I'm going to try to stop messing with it because I think it's doing all right. This one was the same way. The leaves just pulled off, but the stem on this one still looks very good, and it's got this other little leaf that just started. I think it's going to be okay. Same with this one. I think this one was worst off because it had the biggest leaves on it, but same as down there. and piled up some soil around it, and we also had piled up the soil and put that jar on it just to kind of help hold some heat and some moisture in, and this one is starting to look real healthy again. And then over here we have our current disappointments. They ended up, these are all zucchini, and they ended up outside in the cold one night. It didn't seem like it got very cold to me, but apparently it got cold enough that the night before, whenever we put them out, they were nice, pretty healthy, and then the next morning they were shriveled and looked awful. That one I'm pretty sure is done. This one is probably going to die, but the stem down here is still soft and green. The roots are still alive, so I have hope for this one. This one is the same way. The stem got bent and kinked over pretty bad, but it's got some healthy looking leaves, and it's still got a stem that's holding it together. I got this jar on it to help, you know, it kind of holds some heat, some moisture in, and keeps the wind off of it. And this one is hard to even tell where the plant was, because it was in such bad shape that whenever we started pouring water on it, it just kind of sank into the soil, and I think that one's dead. But it's still got some green on the leaf. It's not completely shriveled. So I'm trying to give it a shot, but I don't think that one's going to pan out. I think that one's done. And so far in the future, we got plans to put over here in our empty space. We're going to have a bunch of peppers and bell peppers. We go through lots of jalapenos and lots of bell peppers. So we want that to be full up of that. We're not really sure exactly what we're going to fill the empty space on this one up with. Some other vegetable. And then we're going to, in the end, we're going to use, we're just expanding in baby steps. We're going to use as much of this area as we can fill up with little things. We're just trying to try a bunch of different stuff, see what we can pull off and see what works well for us. And next year we're gonna focus on what worked the best. And just in case you've ever wondered what would happen if you took a store-bought lettuce and put it in the ground, and we cut all the top off of green leaf lettuce, stuck it in this pot, and it started growing. It sprouted new roots and went to town. And down there, this stuff down here, you can tell where I picked stuff off. This made me a couple of sandwiches a week for a few weeks. But yeah, this stuff up here, it tastes awful. It's terrible. It's bitter. It's sharp, and it is just not nice. But I just want to see what it looks like whenever they go to flower. Anyway, so that's that. I know it's not super interesting to those of you who are tuning into my channel for the turbine stuff. I'm going to have some more turbine stuff coming up as life gets a little bit back to normal, but this is another thing that I spend my time on. And it's just one more step towards becoming a little more self-sufficient. Get there in baby steps. So, thanks for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.